Okay, hey everybody. I just want to make a quick video on installing rear mud guards on a Toyota Corolla. This is for 2020 or 2021. My car happens to be a 2021 Toyota Corolla Hybrid. The video isn't going to be the greatest because I have a handheld webcam, but it's going to really save you a lot of trouble. So a couple pointers. So these are kind of the tools that you'll need. So this is the rear mud guard here, supplied by the Toyota dealership. This is the rear mud flap. And then these are the screws here that they give you. So they give you, for the rear, they give you 3 screws, and they give you 3 clips. I'm not going to cover the front flap installation because it's pretty straightforward. They're all holes that pre-exist, but the rear one's just a little bit tricky. So a couple things that you have to do first. Okay, the first thing is there's a if you put the mud guard up, you'll see that there are no pre-existing bolt holes or whatever screw holes. There's just a flush rubber mount here. These holes I've already just poked in, but let me show you how I did that. So the first thing you want to do is put the mud guard on your car, and then use some type of sharp pointed object to just poke through the rubber. You got to push a little bit and poke through. So I just used a small auger, sharp auger, to poke those holes. So you want to put this on first and then use that auger to poke a hole in your mark. So you could use a pencil, put the hole, mark it with a pencil, and then poke it with some kind of auger. You can leave the tire on, but just make sure you have a short auger. Okay, the other thing is you want to remove some of the attachments that hold this rubber so that you could push it out of the way. The first one is this one in the back here. And one thing that's a thumb screw, if you can just untighten it with your finger. So I untightened that, removed that one. The other thing is one of these plastic clips here. I'll show you how to remove those, but there's one here. And there's also one real tricky one. There's a little one right here that has one of those little screw things. It's really hard to see. So you just pop that out with a small flathead screwdriver. See, that popped out. And then this one, the same way. I want to show you how it's in there first. The best way to get this one is stick your screwdriver up top, come from the bottom and pry it open. Okay, from the top, pry it open. So much easier. Take it out, and then take this little guy out. Okay. I'm going to try to do this in 15 minutes. Okay, the other one of these two, well, there's one here. Actually, on the left driver's side, there's 2 of these plastic pins. So you do this by placing your screwdriver in one end, and then just wiggling it till it pops out, and then pull it out. Okay, and then this actually has one right here too. Actually, you don't need to remove this top one. Okay, this top one stays in. Sorry gang, I'm just doing this quick, 15 minutes, real quick. I did the left, now I'm doing the right one. So this comes, so it just makes it a little bit easier to maneuver this plastic piece. Okay, so what's next? What you're going to find out is that there are actually some pre-existing holes in this plastic here. Okay, so there's some pre-existing holes in this plastic. And what you need to do is you actually need to pry this plastic with a screwdriver. Let's see if they set that webcam up. Okay, you need to pry this plastic a little bit. This is the hardest part. So you come from the top here and actually can unsnap this. Makes it a little bit easier. So you're going to pry this out. This is a screwdriver. Oops. Screwdriver and pop it open. You can see there's the pre-existing holes. Right there. So let's pop this. Okay, now it's popped open. You see, so that's what you want to try to do, is push this plastic away from the inner guard, and you could see the holes here and here, here and here that you want to get into. The reason you need to get into those is you need to use the clips. And you're going to put the flat flush side on the inside, and then this rounded thing goes on the inside. So the easiest way is to pull the plastic, comes right out. Remember, the flat side is flush, and they already have these pre-existing grooves for it, so it slides right in. Okay, I'll get my other pin, my other holder clip. Once again, flat side goes on this outer side. The rounded side goes in the back. Okay, they're in, they're lined up, they're straight. Should be ready to go now. So just want to clip it back in so it snaps. Okay, snapped in place. Snapped in place. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my my pin back in the bottom here. You want to make sure the pin, the plastic part, is out. Push it in, and then push the pin in, and it snaps. Okay. Okay, and then I'm putting this one nut on the back that holds the flap. I know you may not have to remove that. Okay, and then this top pin goes up top. One thing, make sure it's out, push it in, push the pin in, and don't forget the little guy. Okay, little guy in. So all your pins are in. Now you can get ready to put on the mud guard. Okay. Prop that up. So you got your clips behind there. Put the mud guard up, lined up with the holes. Okay, screws in. Okay, screws in. I think you really should be able to do this now. The hardest part was just showing you where you have to pull it out so you can get those clips in there. That's probably the hardest part. So basically you want to just screw these in. Unfortunately my wrench is too long, so it hits the tire. So what I do is hand tighten it. With my fingers. Okay, tight. Bottom one. Now if you have a short ratchet set, you might be able to get away with it. But this works. I have a ratchet set with these small insert, different types of Phillips or flathead screws. You put them just in one of your socket holders, you get a little bit better grip. Okay, hand tight. Hand tight. Okay, one thing, I do have a Phillips head screwdriver that I have my dad bent to get a nice angle, and just hand tight. Okay, hand tight. Okay, let me show you this bottom part now. Get to this here. So here's the mud flap, and here's the hole. You can see there's a pre-existing piece of plastic here that's part of the protective part of the whole wheel well assembly. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to use this auger again, sharp auger. If you want to, you can put a pencil mark there and use a drill, but if you don't have a drill, this auger works fine. You just push hard enough. Okay, it's through the plastic, through that plastic piece. Okay, grab another clip. Once again, flush mounted, flat side to the bottom of the bottom and around to the back. You may have to take a screwdriver and open up the clip just a little bit. Makes it a little bit easier getting on. Let's try that quick. Okay, comes from the back side. Maybe that was my problem. Line it up with the hole. Lined up. Okay, mud flap on. Get that third screw. Okay, here's now where I use my ratchet. Definitely have enough room. The first mud flap took me half an hour. This one, about 15 minutes. Okay. Make sure it's tight all the way so it really gets that clamp. Okay. And that's on. So once again, these are the three tools I use. My sharp auger, flathead screwdriver, pretty small, and then some type of ratchet. You can use a Phillips head type attachment. And then if you want a bent Phillips head. That's it. So I'll give you a shot of my hybrid here. Okay, it's a nice car. About a week old now. So thanks for watching. And just real quick here, here's the front mud flaps, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3 holes, and then one on the bottom. They're already pre-existing, no pre-drilling or anything. They just supply this one screw because there is no bolt pre-existing. You don't have to pop anything out. You can see they fit really well. Thanks.